All right, so friendly reminder. You need to complete your survey online. Sorry, I started recording now, so you know. So you need to make sure you have your completed survey before you come back. I do get status updates. You don't want to see me cranky. When you come back, someone was like, so we have to have all of our assignments ready to go for Monday? No. No, it's a normal week, just with a week off in between. So when you come back, you have Monday, you have 1 through 10, and a primary source is what we're doing in class. Tuesday, 11 through 20, with a lecture and your map and your primary due. It's a normal week with a week off in the middle of it. You have no additional assignments except for that wonderful survey. So, please enjoy your break. I'm not thinking about you until the Sunday before I come back. And I don't want you thinking about me. So take your time and enjoy your family, your friends, sleep in. Because when we get back, we have like 2 weeks of content, 1 week of review, and then an exam week. And so everything that I'm teaching you up to a review week is on your midterm. So like, we're moving quickly. We haven't finished content for your midterm. AP Psych is starting their second week beyond midterm. AP World, we aren't there. So there's a lot of stuff we need to know for the exam. That's in this week and next week and the week after that. Is everyone clear on that? So when you get back, we're working really hard because we got to get prepared for that midterm. Psst, all my kids do really well on the midterm. But we still need to be prepared. Can we agree? So I want you to rest, relax. Because we have like, what, 4 weeks or 3 weeks? After we get back. Hello? No one's like a little counter? No? Alright, I think we have 3 weeks. Alright, let's go. Ooh. You would think one day I would figure this out, right? Like, how many times do I use this thing? Oh my god. Literally struggling. Better, sort of. What the hell? I swear, people do this differently every single time. Someone moves all my stuff around, so I can't ever do it. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. All right, here we go. So it's actually really not a bad map today. Isn't that nice? No? Okay, cool. Great talk, guys. Woo! North America. South America. Pacific. North Atlantic. South Atlantic. Europe, Sahara Desert, I'm going to write Africa way over here. Please do the same. Okay, so we have, I'm going to draw a river. This is the Niger River. We all should be aware of Niger by now with our service troops that died over there this year, yes? Which was a big scandal. Okay, over here we have Goya. G-O-A. Then we have Timbuktu. Have we heard of Timbuktu? Well, it's a real place. And then we have Jenne. Then we have, thank you very much. You pass that to Sarah for me. And then we have, I have no idea, M-B-A-N-Z-A, Congo. With a J, not a G. Alright, I'm going to South America. We're going to write Brazil right here. Rio de Janeiro is right here. Then we have Buenos Aires right here. Then we have, I don't know how to say it, Guianas. And that's it for your labeling. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. So the first box is Songhay. Then you have Kingdom of Canem, Canemborno. Then you have Kingdom of Congo. Then you have slaves, sugar, source area of slaves, and then you have slave settlements, and then finally manufactured goods. Now, right now, we're in the time period of 1450 to 1750. That's period 4. What are we talking about for manufactured goods? Are we talking about massive factories? No. What are we talking about, Karishma? Okay, printing press, we got paper and stuff would be a manufactured goods. Are they being manufactured in massive factories? No. But are they being mass produced? Yes? Exactly. What else is some manufactured goods? Hello? What else are we using between 1450 and 1750? Think about, what are the Spanish using to take over all these different territories and stuff? Guns, yes. Is that manufactured? Yes, absolutely. Is it going to be mass produced? No. Because that doesn't happen until period 5 when we get to the Industrial Revolution. However, we have goods like guns. What other things do we have? Oh my God, guys, think about it. What other things do we have that are manufactured at this time? What do you got, Abby? Cotton. Cotton, absolutely. And why do we need cotton, Abby? Ricky, don't write on that. Clothes, okay? Just going with it. Clothes, silk, cotton, fabrics, all that stuff. Any type of fabric is a manufactured good. So keep in mind, do not think we're talking about mass production of items because that doesn't occur until period 5 with the Industrial Revolution. Alright, so we're going to do Songhay first. Songhay, for me, is going to be green. Songhay is where, people? We've talked about them before. Where are they? Hello? Where do you think Songhay live? Oh, Jesus. People. What continent? Oh, God. Africa, maybe? Okay. Then we're doing the Kingdom of Canemborno. Where do you think that is? Africa. Good. For me, it's going to be pink. For me, Kingdom of Congo. You absolutely should know the Kingdom of Congo. Where is that? Africa. North or southern? Or western? Western. They're known for their western. Kingdom of Congo is going to grow. Okay. For now. Right around here. Alright, I'm going to skip down to source area of slaves, which for me is going to be this burnt yellow. Okay, source area of slaves. Going to be this region. Now, is it mostly on the East Coast or the West Coast? Never eat soggy waffles. East Coast or West Coast? West. Never eat soggy waffles. What coast is it? West Coast. Okay? So, if most of the slaves are heading to the West Coast, where are most of the slaves going? To the Americas. If it's on the West Coast, most of them are going to the West. If it's on the East Coast, those slaves are going where? East. Look at you. Okay, look at us. Here we go. Hi. Thank you. Can you pass that to Ryan, even though he just got here? Look at you already leaving. Alright, so I'm going to do slave settlements. For me, they're going to be dark blue. So slave settlements, it's going to be this blue. Obviously. Now, this major region down here, what is going to be the major produced item down here where I'm coloring right now? Hello? What item is going to be mass produced here? Jesus Christ, people. The South of America. What do they mass produce? Cotton. Yes. Have we not seen any Civil War film? What are they always picking? Cotton. Absolutely. Most of your slave spirituals, guess what they're talking about? Picking cotton. Okay. If you've ever seen any slave movie, like 12 Years a Slave, or Amistad, or any of those other ones that depict American slavery, what are they always picking? Cotton, because it's the most labor-intensive component. No sugar can grow in the United States. Why doesn't sugar grow in the United States? Who can raise your hand and tell me? It's the same reason why it doesn't grow in Europe. Think about it logically. Oh my God, I know it's Thanksgiving break, it's literally, but this isn't that hard. Why doesn't cotton grow in the United States? Think about it. Oh my God, don't do this to me. It shouldn't be hard. Who can raise their hand and tell me where sugar does grow? Anisha. In the Azores. Okay, the Azores are right here. So where do you think they grow in the Americas, Anisha? No, well, no, they're going to bring it. Where does sugar cane? Where have you gone on vacation where they literally cut you a stalk of sugar cane and you walk around and you chew on sugar cane? Have you ever done that? Yeah? Where were you, Abby? The Dominican Republic! And where is the Dominican Republic, Abby? It's an island in the Caribbean. So guess where sugar grows, people? In the Caribbean. What South American country have we already discussed grows sugar? Brazil. So look at it. The equator is right here. What do you need to grow sugar? You need heat. Yeah, you need the right temperature schemes here, people. Does anyone know what Cuba is famous for? No, they're not very good at communism. No, they're not known for their sugar. Yes, what do they do with their tobacco? They make cigars, which is why Cuban cigars are illegal here in the United States. Okay, Cubans are known for their tobacco. Mostly their cigars. So, what other major American product is being exported here? Tobacco. Is tobacco as heavily labored as sugar is? Does tobacco take that much effort? No, it's really not that bad. All you have to do is plant it, all you have to do is harvest it and hang it in a barn. Let it dry for a couple of months, and then all you have to do is roll it and pack it. That's it. Cotton is way trickier. Why is cotton way trickier? What do you got?
It's like cut thorns, so you have to be individually picked.
Okay, it has thorns, which make it hard, which makes first-time pickers, your hands bleed. Okay, what else? What is the big problem that's going to slow down cotton production? Dylan?
Did they not have the cotton mill, so they couldn't take like the stems out?
They don't have the seeds. Inside the cotton, it's woven in is the seeds. So it's very time consuming to sit there and pick out the seeds. So the average slave could only, in 1 hour, only pick about 5 pounds of cotton. Does that drive the price up or drive the price down? Up. So when we have the cotton mill, cotton gin, does anyone know who created the cotton gin? Who is it, Ripkey? Eli Whitney. By the way, Ripkey was with me last year for AP World. Eli Whitney creates the cotton gin, and a slave could go from 3 pounds of cotton an hour to 15. Is that a transformation? Does that drive the price up or drive the price down? Down. Does that make it more accessible or less accessible? More accessible, which means more money can be made. All right, here we go. So slaves. For me, they're going to be a red arrow. So slaves are coming from the west coast of Africa. They're obviously heading up to North America. A majority are heading straight to Brazil because Brazil does what? Hello? Sugar. Sugar is going to be the most strenuous of all of the crops that we are growing here in the Americas. Does everyone know why? It's the most time-consuming and the most brutal. No one has any idea? How do you make sugar? It does grow on a stalk. You have to cut the stalk. Anyone here, Abby, you've eaten real sugar cane, correct? Is it super, super, super sweet? It's sweet, but is it like eating a spoonful of sugar? No. It's really what? It's watery, isn't it? It has a ton of water in the reeds because it takes a lot of water to do. So what they have to do is they cut the stalks, they lie the stalks down on essentially a plank, and then they have to squeeze the sugar out. Well, it takes a lot of effort to squeeze, so they put it between 2 wood planks, and they have to squeeze the sugar out. Once they squeeze the sugar out, they let the sun dry it to evaporate all the water, and then what you have left? Sugar. However, cutting down the stalks, eating it's really hard, isn't it? Like, it gets all in your teeth, and it's kind of like this whole chunk. Like, when you're eating it, you're kind of just, like, sucking on it. It's the weirdest thing. And it's, like, really hard. You can't bite through it. It's really hard to cut down, so it's really labor-intensive to cut it down. It is super, super labor-intensive in order to press it, because you have to have the strongest people in order to do it, and it's very time-consuming and very exhaustive. So, all the best slaves are going where? To press sugar or to grow cotton? Press sugar. So the first destination is always going to be to Brazil. Why? If you need the best slaves, are you going to pay low price or high price for the best? High price, and that's why they always go there first. So keep in mind, you do have some slaves, African slaves, heading into the Indian Ocean basin. However, most of them are going to the New World. Why are most of them going to the New World? Hello, think about it. We just talked about all these different stuff. Why are most of the slaves going to the New World instead of Old World? Why, Dylan?
Because the New World has a new cotton plant, new plantations, so they need more slaves to get started.
Absolutely. And did we wipe out most of the indigenous populations there, Dylan?
Yes.
Yes, we killed them with diseases. So, is there anyone really around to force to do our work? Do you think all these rich white men are heading over there and be like, yeah, I can't wait to farm? No, absolutely not. They'd much rather pay people to do it for them. So here we are. So they buy people in order to do it. All right. So sugar for manufactured goods for me are blue, and they're going from Europe to our slave coast. So what does that mean? Why are manufactured goods going to Africa? What are they doing? Think about it logically. We need the slaves to work our plantations. Zach.
Well, you said the guns are manufactured goods, so they can be like using them to round up slaves.
Okay, interesting. White people aren't actually going onto the continent of Africa except to buy slaves at the ports. So, how are we buying the slaves? By what? Anisha? Yeah, the tribes are going through Africa. So it's other Africans are capturing Africans. So say Anisha and I are feuding. In the middle of the night, I would go to her village. I would kidnap her and everyone she loves, and I would sell them at the ports. It's good revenge, don't you think? So what happens is it's Africans selling Africans. So no white people are going to be in Africa until period 6, and that's because they're looking for gold. Period 5, at the end of 5 into 6. By the way, my sugar is going to Europe. So, the reason why manufactured goods are going to Africa is because what are we using to buy slaves? Manufactured goods, people. Specifically guns and rum. What a party. Okay, guns and rums are what we are buying slaves with. The slaves are then going to the Americas. Then the raw materials are going to Europe, and that's what we're going to use. You have 30 seconds to finish coloring this map, and then I'm going to flip it over and we're going to finish the back. Except if you're Bronson, you're already done. Haven't you talked about this stuff before? Triangular trade? No? Yes? No? In history, but like, haven't you talked about this in like middle school? Then why aren't you participating here? Isn't this things you cover? No? What the hell do you people study in middle school? Civil War? Jesus Christ. Well, this is the cause of the Civil War. How can you teach the Civil War without talking about the cause?
It's like the battles and stuff.
And how well has that served you in your life? Exactly. How useless. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it. Here we go. All right, here we go. So, we have the Hudson Bay. Anyone here ever seen the Hudson Bay? I've never seen it. You have? You've been to Canada before? Very cool. I've been to Ontario, which is way over here. I'm just letting you know, tomorrow I'm going to see the Mississippi River for the first time in my life. I'm really excited about it. I've never seen it. I'm so excited. I'm going to New Orleans tomorrow morning. I'm very excited. And so I've already told McCrae we're going to go straight to the Mississippi River. After we get beignets, I'm pretty excited about it. All right, Quebec is right here. This is North America. Write it here, please, because we got a lot of things going on in North America. All right, we're going to write the Rocky Mountains. All right. Do the best you can. It's pretty hard to see. Boston is right here. We got New York right here. We got Jamestown. What's up? You want? Yes, please.
You want your test copy back?
Just toss it in the box. I'll deal with it later. Jamestown's right here. St. Augustine is right here, which is where I went to school. This is Louisiana. Does anyone know how we got Louisiana? There you go. All right, we got something. All right. This is New Spain over here. All right, so we got Mexico City, which is built over the city of what? T-City, there you go. We got Veracruz. We've got Acapulco, I don't know. ACAPULCO. All right, Cuba is this island right here. We're going to divide this island in half. We got Then we got Santo Domingo. Did you get your do now, Don? You're working on it now? Okay. And then we got Puerto Rico. We have Jamaica here. And this is, of course, right here, Gulf of Mexico. We have Panama City. We have New Granada. We're going to draw a border right here. And this is Guiana. This is Brazil. This is Rio de la Plata. We have Lima, which is the capital city of what modern day country? Peru. Then we have the Andes Mountains. Then we have CONCPTION, whatever. And then we have Buenos Aires. Yeah, isn't that weird? Alright, and then you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. Oh, Pacific Ocean, of course. And Atlantic Ocean. Alright, so your first box is Dutch possessions. Then you have English, French, Portuguese, Spanish. Oh, I hate when you do this. You get stuck. Thank you. Alright, so when we're thinking about colonization, it is the easiest thing to do is think about what modern day language they speak in those countries. Very rarely will it lead you astray. So when we think about what islands in the Caribbean speak English as their primary language, what island jumps out to you, ladies and gentlemen? Where do you go where they speak English in the Caribbean? Jamaica, absolutely. What is the largest export out of Jamaica, do you know? Think about it, it's in the Caribbean, so what do you think is the largest export coming out of Jamaica? Sugar. Anything in the Caribbean is going to be sugar. Alright, so the English is what we're going to do first. Obviously, we got Jamaica here, which is why they have English accents. Boston to just north of St. Augustine, north of Florida, is going to be. Then you have up here, they're not connected yet. You have Newfoundland over here, around Hudson Bay, and it's just going to trail off. Why is it just going to trail off? Hello? Why, Patrick? No, we're drawing English right now. And no one's going to occupy it. I'm not going to color it in. Why? Hello? Why? Think about it. Why does it just trail off in the middle of the continent? Oh my god, guys. Come on. Cade, why?
Nothing's really going on over there.
Zach!
They didn't want to go past the Rocky Mountains.
No one explored it. So if you don't walk on it and put a flag, does it count as yours? No, they're going by if I see it and I touch it first, it's mine. That's the rule of thumb. If my flag's the first one to be planted there, it's mine. Alright, so the English are all over Hudson Bay, okay, which is named after John Hudson, who's the one who discovered it, who is English. So I'm going to make blue my French. Okay, so my French, the easiest way to do it is to go right along the Rockies, and they are going to control all of this territory, all the way to Quebec. What language do they speak in Quebec? French. Is that part of Canada you're from? No, you're not. Are you French Canadian?
No, but I can speak.
That's pretty cool. Don't color in Florida. Florida is going to be controlled by what country? Spain. So I'm going to draw in Spain right now. If you've ever been to St. Augustine, it has a very Spanish influence to it, yes? There you go. So Spain is what we're going to draw here. New Spain is obviously going to be controlled by Spain. Look at that. Legend of Zorro. Have you ever heard of Zorro? Okay, he's in New Spain, fighting against the... Hello? Spanish. That would be the answer there. So does Spain have a big interest or very little interest in the New World, ladies and gentlemen? Very big influence here in the New World. All of this belongs to them. Okay, in order to conquer all this territory in the Andes Mountains, who did they have to conquer? No, the Aztecs aren't in the Incan Mountain. In the Andes Mountains. Who are they? Incan. How did the Spanish find the Incans? Their roads allowed them to dissect them. All right, Portugal. What does Portugal control? Brazil. Think about it. Always makes logical sense. So Portugal controls Brazil. They only get one territory here in the United States, in the New World, and it is Brazil. Don't worry. They're going to have it for a very long time. Bye, Ripkey. I'll see you later. In Brazil, they are sugar producers. They are also the largest importers of slaves in the whole wide world. Dutch possession for me is going to be yellow. And they conquer this. Oh, and this belongs to Spain too. So, when people ask, like when you're trying to figure out what country controls what territory, default, it should be who? Spain, especially in South America. Brazil, you need to know, is Portugal. The Dutch aren't really involved. They get distracted by Africa once they find gold. North America, until after what conflict? French and Indian War. It's a split between the English and the French. After the French and Indian War, it all belongs to Britain. Absolutely. The British say no colonists can go beyond the Mississippi River. Do you think the colonists are going to follow that rule? Nah. Hence why the British get so annoyed with us. All right, we're done. Color it in. Yes. At least this stuff's interesting, don't you think? I mean, at least you can see actual, like, fingerprints of all this history we're learning on modern world today. What up? I guess, yeah. I think so. I don't know. I hope you have a wonderful break, Sarah.